Hey guys, here we are. Morning coffee and ramble. I don't know how this is going to go, but kind of tired of. We keep doing the reels and we keep getting takedowns and copyright strikes and BS like that. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but we're gonna do this for a bit. And I know I make it sound like my reels were cool vibe 101 and it was using music, but those are not the only takedowns we get. People keep asking me why I am using the uh, script to video format for my gaming updates and stuff. And the reason would be is because when we get the packages, the press release packages with the videos and stuff, 90% of the time we will upload a trailer for a video game and it will get copyrighted because of the music industry copyrights music in it. We cannot put gameplay for 90% of the videos that we upload. We cannot do gameplay. First of all, we're not rich. These games, when they do come out, will run between $20 and $80 just to get to do some gameplay for our little 2-minute promotion. Okay, so we're not made of money. The second thing is 90% of these games aren't coming out. They're pre-game announcements, which means things that we're talking about today, some of them will be coming out in September, some of them will be coming out in the Christmas season. You cannot do gameplay for games that aren't available to you. Now, it's true, some of them are offering keys, but they're not giving away everybody these keys free to download this game and stream it for promotion, because they don't take your access to the game away after it's released. You get to keep that game you didn't pay for. If everybody who wants to use that game already has a free copy, what's the sense in releasing it? So we don't use video trailers either. We take the press release information, bundle it together, rewrite it a little bit, and turn that script into video with using clips. I don't know. We use CapCut, so we use CapCut script to video, and I'm assuming they're using fair use little clips and gifs and stuff like that to put together these videos. And they also you also can pay for their service, about like $120 a year or something like that. But so I make something a little bit organic. We rewrite it, we turn our little rewritten press release information, promotion information into a video that's organic. And that's how we've been doing it. And that's why we've been doing it. We do the cool vibe thing on shorts. We use the music that Google provides. Says use a copy of this clip. You can use a copy of this clip. And no matter, it doesn't happen a lot, but no matter what, we will always have somebody who copyrights it. And then we end up getting a strike. Every time you get something copyrighted on a short, it's a strike. All right. Here's the funny thing about this: these people are getting paid. I don't know what it is that YouTube's agreement is, but I know that the Instagram and those guys and TikTok now they have to pay. I think it's like $1,200 per million views, these artists are getting paid for this stuff. They are still taking those videos down. They're blocking them. They are copywriting people and taking the money anyway. Whether your video, and the funny thing about this is, but by choice, my channel is not even monetized, so I'm not charging anybody for anything. I'm not monetized anywhere. All right. The other thing that I see, and I do agree that people should be able to copyright their stuff, make money on their stuff, but here's the silliness. Everybody out there, 90% of us are already paying for Amazon Music. You're already paying for Spotify or YouTube Music and stuff like that. Everybody's already paying for it. So if I put a short up using 30 or 60 seconds of somebody's song, everybody who listens to that video is probably already paying to hear that music somewhere. Sometimes they're paying 2 or 3. Some people have Spotify and YouTube Music and Spotify. Some people have Amazon and Spotify. I know we do. Already paying for it. Now I come along, I put up a 30-second video. These guys want to be paid again. They're being paid by 99% of everybody watching the video, and then they want to be paid again because they want to tag you and say you're out. That's my little rant about that. I don't know if I'm probably not even going to be interested in touching shorts anymore. I am tired of, the other thing I'm tired of is that even though I'm not monetized, YouTube is putting ads into my videos and into my shorts. They are, even though I'm not monetized, they are making money on it. They are advertising in my video. And that's how they, which I would not have a problem with. It's supposedly how they're paying the artists for the use of the clips. Or are they? Because they keep getting taken down or blocked or copyright strikes on them. And if it's a short, it's always a copyright strike. And you know what I noticed? It's always the same artist. It's not the newer artists, because the newer artists know how to deal with promotion and technology and stuff like that. It's all the older artists, those people that we've already spent millions of dollars and made billionaires. They're the ones that got the people out there, 60 or 70 people out there looking for those copyright claims to take the music down. The newer generation, they know how to deal with the promotion end of it. Taylor Swift and those guys. No, ain't nobody out there giving them a hard time. They know how to deal with it. They use the promotion in their advantage, to their advantage. So I'm not suggesting that if you want to use music, use only theirs, but they know how to deal with it. They know how to make money. If you want to have a fair use thing where you're teaching people how this stuff works, for educational purposes and stuff, don't use the older music. In fact, don't use older music for anything. Apparently, they don't want to make money anymore. They do not want to be in the forefront. They don't want their music promoted. That's basically what it comes down to. So, use the more modern stuff. Promote Taylor Swift, because she'll be appreciative of it, and she knows how to use your promotion to earn herself a living. She knows how to accept what people are willing to, what these companies are willing to pay for the shorts, and still use that promotion to make more money. Look at her around the world. And this is not her first rodeo. It's not her first time around. Swift's been around since the 90s. And she just remade her catalog because she got sick of this. Big companies who supposedly own these rights, and then didn't even let her use it. Use the newer songs, we'll have far less trouble. Bands that have been around 30, 40, 50 years, they got people sitting around just tagging. People even using shorts that they're already getting paid for that. They don't understand the technology. They don't know how to use it. They don't know what to do with it. And yeah, they have a right to keep earning a living on their catalog. I'm not fighting that at all. But the thing is, if they want to, when they're gone, they're still going to have family that's going to be trying to make money on this catalog. Keep the promotion rolling. Learn how to work with what's out here. Learn how this promotion works for you. It keeps your music alive. Other than that, even streaming service eventually will go silent. The top 40 stuff doesn't work like it did in the past. It just don't. Sometimes if your song, people were buying records and you were making more money hand over fist than they do today. The way they're doing it. Now you do not get a physical object. They don't want physical objects anymore. Fine. Don't need them. Thing is, what it does is it makes music overly accessible. Nobody appreciates it. The top 10 come and go sometimes 5 times a day. All right, watch that top 10 music on Spotify, the top 10, top 40, top 100 on Spotify. Some of that stuff rolls over by the hour. And you're in the spotlight for a blink and you're gone. You're gone. Taylor Swift has learned how to use all the promotion and all the TikTok and all the YouTube and the Instagram and X and all that stuff where people use little tiny clips of her music. She's learned how to use that in promotion for herself. If you look on that same Spotify list where songs come and go in a blink, hers have been there for 2 years and more now. In that same top 100 list, sprinkled amongst all that stuff that comes and goes in a blink, some of it in a day, some of it in an hour. There's nothing in the past. It used to be 8 weeks. 5, 6, 8 weeks. Some of these songs from the 60s and the 80s are in the top 40, right? Now they get 9 hours. If they're lucky, sometimes they'll get a day or something. But they're not there for 8 or 9 weeks. They're there for hours. Whether it's a day or 4 days, it's still just hours. And the more you pile stuff on, the further down the pack, those 70s music that we all loved, and I'm not going to say that none of us appreciate it. We did appreciate it. We bought an album or a tape and stuff like that. You hung on to it. I still have music that I bought when I was 11 years old and I'm 66. It's not that you didn't appreciate it. You appreciated it more. It was not that available. I didn't grow up in a rich family where I could just run out to the store and buy a new album or a new record all the time. I had to earn it. And I had to earn it hard. I had to earn it the hard way. So whether it was newspapers or lawns or working, back in the day, you'd be able to work with your mother or your father. So you'd be, in your hips, like my father worked at a bakery. I was up to my elbows in powdered sugar and flour to buy those albums and those records and stuff. And the record players and the radios and the tape players. And today, you pay 10 or 15 bucks a month and you listen endlessly. These guys are making money because they know how to to work with the technology and what's going on and how to turn what's going on into promotion. That's why TikTok rules that top 100 list. If it's playing on TikTok again and again, if you're hearing it a lot, you can bet it's moving up that Spotify list. That is promotion. It's keeping their name in there. In there. No matter what some of these older people think of it, whether they think it's music or it's not music, doesn't matter. It's on TikTok. Young kids are pushing it up there, keeping their eyes in that everybody's sight. And the more your ear listens to it, the more you realize it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Yep. I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it anymore. I don't know what to make of it. So that's my rant about that. And I don't know that you'll be seeing any reels. I don't think the shorts format on YouTube is worth the effort anymore. The view hours I get on reels, they absolutely do not count toward view hours on my long form videos and my lives whatsoever. And to be honest with you, I'm not monetized by choice. But this channel, this particular channel here, it's been around 14 years now. And though we do have over 4,000 subscribers, we absolutely do not have the view hours. We still do not have the view hours. Because as they roll up, they roll down just as fast. After you've been so many years, I have a good month and, a couple of bad months because YouTube changes its algorithm or something like that. The same argument. Now you're hearing me talk about this. There's this discussion about AI going on. It's the actors and stuff that are striking right now. There's an actors strike going on that is delaying video games. The voice actors, the people who do the voices for games and such, the voice actors, they are on strike, and it is delaying games for the big AAA game names like GTA 6, which has already been a decade in the making and delayed and delayed and delayed. Well, it's been delayed again because this strike has been going on for 74 days. Now, I can agree that they want to fight so that they don't use the AI-generated voices and stuff to take their place, and then they don't get paid or they get paid far less. All right, but AI has its place. Here's where I agree with AI. Everybody's complaining about right now AI music, which is where music has been headed. Some of these new groups that are out there making music are using a lot of AI in their music. They don't really have to play instruments anymore. AI will do it for them, and they don't have to sing because AI will tune them within an inch of their life. They are using AI. They're using what's out there to produce income. That is the proper way to use AI. It is not to go out there and have these multi-billion-dollar corporations take AI and a couple of words that you say and turn it into $1 billion worth of profit without including you in that in any beneficial way monetarily. That is not what AI is for. So sadly, and we do the gaming, we do the game updates. We use, now I'm going to show you what we use. We use GamesPress. GamesPress is a place where, mostly it's independent. Groups come out and they hunt down press releases and promotional information about new games coming out and game updates and stuff like that. This is where we're at. But game updates for the AAAs, things like Diablo 4, a lot of their updates and stuff are going to be delayed, and GTA 6, Overwatch, and all those guys, all that stuff. There's a whole list of companies that are going to have delayed games. It's not going to affect some. It's not going to affect a Nintendo game, but it is going to affect EA and some of those other companies that do produce for Nintendo. So it's hurting everybody. And it's also, there's not a lot of there's a lot of big games not doing updates on Steam and other places. It's really slowing things down. So GamesPress has been, even though I agree with the strike on the voice actors and stuff like that, these small companies, these smaller game companies are kicking tail. They are at the top of the promotion list right now because the updates for the AAA games and the esports stuff, it's on hold. It's on hold. Sometimes it takes these guys decades to create the perfect update for a game like GTA 6 and even Diablo 4. It took forever for Diablo 4, right? How long have we waited since 2013? It came out in 2023. That was a decade. It was a decade in coming. In between Diablo 3 and Diablo 4, there was, a whole nother Diablo series, Diablo Immortal, which people give Diablo Immortal a bad name, but it kept the what Diablo Immortals did and is still doing is keeping alive the Diablo name. It's the Diablo RPG, and we play Diablo Immortal all the time. I know there's a lot of people that have a lot of things to say about it. They like to trash it because what was promised was a Diablo 4, but Diablo 4 took longer to produce. Diablo Immortal also is not only a PC game, it can be played on a phone, not older phones. You have to have a fair phone. But I kept them alive, kept Blizzard alive in that genre. As the other Diablos aged, and they kind of aged well, but it was not as new as what the people were hoping for. In fact, I've played Diablo since the beginning, and to be honest with you, after Diablo 2, I thought it was dead. I mean, it was a long, long time before they came out with Diablo 3. A long time. And, they said the series was done, even. I mean, they didn't. They stopped short of saying they weren't going to do it. but it just didn't come. It just didn't come. World of Warcraft came and pretty much took over the gaming world for the longest time. In fact, World of Warcraft is still out there and probably the more popular of all the games. And as far as I can see, the more expensive to play of the games, because you have to have that monthly, you pay monthly to play that. But it's not quite like Immortal. It's not pay to win. It's just pay to use the game. Essentially keeps your servers and stuff alive, I guess. But guys over at Blizzard, AI is not about stealing people's voices and taking their income away, or creating music with AI instead of using the human experience. When you take the human touch out of it, your games aren't going to be popular anymore. I got news for you. They're just not. Soon you'll be using AI programming to make the game. You'll be taking somebody's voice with a couple of words and using their voice without paying them. You'll be taking a few notes from somebody's music, and AI will be rearranging it and using that without paying for it. And then nobody's working. Nobody's getting any money for their creation. Eventually, you're going to be pushed aside because somebody's going to say, hey, there is a lot of talent here. We'll build our own company, create our own games, and we'll use this talent. I'm sure some of these newer companies making these smaller games are already having those kind of thoughts, where you're pushing your voice artists and your musicians away. You're pushing your audience away as well. And there are a lot of new game companies out there, a lot of them. So we're doing the morning coffee and ramble, and we might continue doing it. I think Reels is going to disappear. Gaming is never going to disappear on my channel. We've always been about gaming and vlogging. Neighborhood vlogs, which is another... Vlogging is a whole other animal, because these copyright clowns that sit out there and look for nothing but takedowns and blocks. If I'm walking down the street and some guys have music blasting from their car, I get a copyright because they blasted music in their car while I'm doing a vlog with my family. They come after me for copyright infringement, and I get ads because of that copyright claim on my videos on my channel that's not monetized. So they are showing YouTube is showing the ads, showing AdSense ads on my channel so that you get paid, and you're still, you see what I'm saying? You're making me silence my video because some guy on the street, instead of going after the guy on the street who's doing the public performance for the whole city, literally they will drive through the city with these speakers blaring all day long. That is the public replay of the music, not free, because they probably paid to listen to that music, or they're on the radio with it, or whatever. Doesn't matter. But if they are playing it to the whole neighborhood, that is still a public performance. There's not properly paying. Now, are they? Why are you not out there on the street? Why are you after the people who are in the little fish tank here? It's, you're not teaching a man to fish by giving him a pole, a string, and a hook in a fish tank. That's not teaching a man to fish. You take him out to the ocean and teach him how to reel in a whale. That's teaching him how to fish. Just putting a bunch of goldfish in a bowl and plucking them out, that's not fishing. That's not fishing, guys. In some ways, even though I agree with copyright laws and stuff like that, it's not fishing. It's in some cases, especially when a person is not monetized and another company is monetizing to pay you, that's more like harassment. If you've got, like I heard about one guy who's got 60 people out there just looking for those code violations to do those takedowns. And you know what? You're out there, and those guys are snagging people that aren't monetized. They're snagging people that aren't making money. They're snagging people who are just trying to come up. When you tag my video and silence it or block it, take it down, copyright infringe me, strike my channel because somebody played loud music from their car, you're taking away my chance to earn money from what I do, which is to record history, vlog my neighborhood, have family videos that will last as long as YouTube lasts or whatever. But even though we keep copies of it on a lot of the copies on drives ourselves and in the cloud. Did your parents ever take videos? Was there music in those videos? I'm going to bet there was. How many times did your parents take out that 8mm camera and record a birthday party where you all sang happy birthday? How many of you paid the copyright holder of happy birthday, even though I guess maybe that's not really a thing anymore. It's made open to the public, but it wasn't in the past, was it? Yeah. A lot of these vlogs are family videos, and you're destroying it. Also, some of these guys are businesses, and they're accepting. I mean, you got like the Rick Beatos and the professors of rock. They are doing these videos, promoting your music, telling people what great stuff it was, why it was great. Why would you want to knock down promotion? That's what I mean, guys. If you're gonna do these music things, do it for the new artists. You know why? Because they know how to deal with that. They're not stripping everybody of their right to discuss things about this music, whether it's a positive view or a negative view. They know how to work with it. They know how to deal with it. It's promotion for them. It's better than promotion for them because the more people that talk about their music, they know it's going to get moved to the top on Spotify. And the more it's played on Spotify, and the more it's played on Apple Music, and the more it's played on Amazon Music and stuff like that, the more money they are making. They're making probably far more money on Spotify than they are on a YouTube copyright claim. I can't monetize, but YouTube can. And then they're supposed to pay you. I bet they're making far more money from Spotify and from Amazon than they'll ever make from YouTube under those type of things. And yet that's what they're going after. They're going after the little content creator who's just saying what great music this was and how they cherished it through their life. And it's the same thing with me. Yeah, Cool Vibe is just about a 30 or a 60-second music clip. And sometimes I put a little DJ impression at the beginning of an intro at it and stuff like that, because that is my youth, guys. I'm not out here making money on that. I'm not monetized. If you wanna take that money from YouTube that they put videos in, that's great. But why block it? Why give the copyright strikes? What do you really gain by pushing away the people that love you, love your music? They love what you do with your guitars and your voice and stuff like that. What are you really gaining Uh, some of these songs are 50 and 60 years old. You're gaining nothing. You're taking away the future income. When you push viewers away, you're taking away future income. It's crazy. See, I don't know if anybody's going to watch these lives, but you know what? At this point, it doesn't really matter. I don't care anymore. I'm about fed up with content creation stuff because of the way YouTube is doing it. They either have to find a new way to take care of this stuff. What?
Have you seen my other comb that Molly uses for the ice? She said she had to clean it so it should be in there, but it's not in there.
I haven't seen it, Jen. I haven't touched anything over there.
I'll check it.
And then maybe check in the bathroom in the cup, too.
That's where I found it.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to watch this, but if you don't watch this, perhaps you're not going to watch pretty much anything. If you don't want my vlogs, pretty much you're not going to get anything. I'm not gonna, or my gaming. Why should I? I'm tired of promoting and various things and talking about, like, enjoying what my childhood and my teen years were about on my channel and promoting it, and then having people stomp all over me. How many times, sometimes some of these companies that are getting copyright claims, how many copies of your music that I've bought? Because I used to sell this stuff on eBay too. There are some records from these 70s and 60s, 70s, and 80s that I've probably bought 800 copies of over the years in my 60 years and resold them again and again and again. All right. Sometimes when I do a 30-second video clip on a music, I liked it so much that I went out and I bought it 20, 30 years later, and I would list it and sell it to music stores on eBay. That a lot of them are gone now. Records and tapes, CDs even are gone. There is so much of it out there that the local stores here have stopped buying back this stuff. They've absolutely stopped buying it back. They don't want it. And it's going into dump. It's going into landfills all over the country. Your vinyl albums, your album covers. There's only so much of it. It's only valuable, and it only gains value when it gets less and less. Okay? True, but you're not going to see that. The artist is not going to see that increase in value when their stuff is thrown away because nobody's purchasing it no more for resale. YouTube and these copyright holders really have to start working together. They really, really do. It is the main reason why most older music is going to end up dying. Once it stops being heard here, once it's not being promoted on TikTok over and over, and it's not being promoted on YouTube over and over, and people aren't talking about it, it's going to start getting less and less on those streaming services. That's how I see it anyway. I have to also, as far as my YouTube channel goes, I have to do my YouTube channel the way I have to do it. I've been working on Morning Coffee and Ramble for a long time. I've been talking to other YouTubers, and I've wanted to do a certain amount of podcasts and stuff. And these guys say, oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. And then they never come around to do it. And when they say, well, you know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I'll start my own podcast, but I don't want it live. I want it this. I want it that. I want to record it and then I want to play it. Well, fine, but what happened to what, you know, like, and I hate to really bring up names, but there's a guy who does, there's the people who do the Philadelphia walks and blogs, like Mr. Works. Hey, Mr. Works, you keep saying, I want to have one-on-one. You want to have a one-on-one? Here it is. Where are you? That's my question. You want to talk? You want to learn? You want to hear what I have to say? I don't know that you're actually learning anything from me. You know, you studied some of this stuff yourself long enough to know it. But where are you? You want these podcasts? You want these discussions? This is where they're at. This is where they're at. What you don't want to do is take the time to do it, apparently. I don't understand. You want to take time to talk about it. You got your monetization back. Now it's time to grab that podcast. Yes, it's still summer. Yes, it's still warm. But all winter, winter is coming. Fall is coming. Sitting inside is coming. What are you going to do with that monetization you got back? Recording these podcasts can take hours. The planning alone. You're better off getting an impromptu. If somebody were to ask right now to be a part of this podcast, that would be an impromptu. That would be like, hey, we're going to take 20 minutes of your time. We're going to talk about what you want to talk about. But I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that at all. Where are these guys who always say, geez, Ram, I'd like to get together and I can't wait till we get together and talk. Well, I'm here talking now. They're I don't know where they are. I can guarantee you they're, I don't know, maybe just take a quick look right now and bet you that none of them are out here live. None of them are out here uploading a video at all. At all. They're not here. What are they doing? I don't know. When you're quiet, you're not promoting. Silence is not promoting. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe Mr. Works is out doing an interview. I don't know. Maybe not. But you know what those interviews will do? And not that I have anything against interviews or the guys who do them, like Jeff High on Life and stuff. The thing you're missing about his content, Mr. Work, he's paying $20 per interview. 5 of them are $100. Got a lot of $100 bills to back those videos up. I guess you're in luck. But in order to make that 5 videos worth your $100, you're going to have to make $300, $400, $500 back in revenue on each one. Each one. This podcast where you talk about what you know and you share what you know and you get other people together and share with them what you both know. This is organic. The only thing it's costing is what we already pay for, internet service. And I'm on StreamYards, which I don't pay for this. I didn't subscribe for this on, I did subscribe for Streamlabs, and to be honest with you, that is where the gaming is best. They don't love StreamYard, but I've tried gaming with StreamYard, and it's just really not made for that type of thing. And sadly, Streamlab is not as easy as StreamYard when it comes to setting this type of thing up. It offers too much freedom. And, something I thought I would never say, too much freedom. Because I can put up a green screen without having to use 10,000 other applications. I can put up this here website that I haven't used at the moment. We talked about Strike a little bit and stuff like that. Not what I intended to talk about. It was just the point of the strike was to go along with my videos. Why are to discuss how thin the offerings are getting on my game press releases. There's nothing being released. Things are being delayed. And these little companies, guys, because you're going to fight over AI, because you can't record a couple of cracks in somebody's voice and reproduce their voice with AI and not pay them. Apparently that's your plan. These little game companies here who know how to deal with all this extra promotion, they're moving on ahead of you. Okay, your games are not becoming unpopular. They're falling to the bottom of the barrel. GTA, it's already been 10 years. 10 years, people. Nobody cares anymore after 10 years. All right, now it's delayed again. People are forgetting about GTA. It only has so much popularity. Something else is coming along, pushing out of the way. And, Diablo is the same problem. For Activision. Diablo is an old game, but there's other dungeon crawlers that are moving in. And, once Diablo goes, it's connected to almost every other game, isn't it? I mean, World of Warcraft and a lot of the others, they're all connected. And once one falls away, the rest of them start to fall away. Do the right thing. Stop trying to take advantage of people's art. Let the voice actors be the voice actors. Let the musicians be the musicians. AI was meant for other stuff, for bigger and better things. These voice actors and these musicians, they're learning to use AI for their own advantage. And they're getting good at it. And once they do, these right holders for music, they're gone. AI is making the music for them. They don't need rights holders. They're all getting their own studios. They're all promoting their own albums using TikTok and Instagram and X and those things. They know how to deal with the promotion that the fans are giving them instead of pushing fans away and cutting them off. They are building the following on their catalog with it. It's all streaming. CD isn't coming back. Yeah, records aren't coming back. In fact, the plastic industry is not coming back. How are you going to have a vinyl record? How are you going to have a vinyl record? Because, they're starting to get into polylactic acid, which is cornstarch-based plastics that biodegrade after a couple of years. Not even a couple of years. Anybody who's got PLA knows that if you leave a container, one of these PLA containers sit at a picnic, that's the end of their life. The lids on the PLA polylactic acid containers start to crumble and break. First, the corners break and you can't get them open, and the edges break and you can't get them to lock and seal no more. And then you drop the bowl just in the sink, Just let go of it an inch above the sink, and eventually it gets so brittle there's holes in it. So how would you produce a record that lasts forever? That's why they stopped using wax and shellac. Had you not came across that, the old 78, everybody remembers that. You put it on the turntable and cracked into a billion pieces after 4 or 5 days, 4 or 5 uses. Yeah. So your vinyl, your CDs, and all that stuff, it's gone, dude. Tape is going the same way because tape is too vinyl with rust coated vinyl. And the last tape was hard enough to deal with back in the day. The cassettes and the reel to reel and stuff like that had 8 tracks. They had a life expectancy because they would stretch and warp. And if they're going to be made of biodegradable material, it'll be sitting in the machine after a week. Especially the ones that are in, put a cassette tape or something in the window of your car made with PLA, and you could buy it in an hour, leave it sit in your car, and an hour later come back out to play it, and it would just crumble in your player. So this vinyl that you used to sell, it's not coming back. You better learn how to deal with technology. This plastic is gone. Gas will be gone. You got to learn how to deal with the future. You don't learn how to deal with the future, it's going to eat you alive. Use it for the right thing. Artists are now creating music and $1 million sellers using their own voice in AI, using the AI to tune their own instruments in their own voice, producing the music. They don't have to mass produce it. They just have to post it through a company to Spotify or Apple Music, and people get paid. They're getting paid. They don't get paid much, but when you start looking at the hundreds of millions of views on some of this music, and if they're getting paid, even if they were getting paid $1,200 per million, right? Everybody's got 100 million views. How much money have they made? Come on, think about it. I just read an article that talked about Taylor Swift donating money, and she donated to some organization having to do with children, I believe it was. Without blinking, she donated almost $1 billion. That's 700 million, I think, was the number on her donation. There's an artist who knew how to, and still knows how to deal with the promotion of today without a record, without a CD, just streaming and performing on stage worldwide. I mean, we're talking, you go to Germany. I just watched the German in Venice, went to a talking about a Taylor Swift concert in Germany where it's a little bit more affordable because they don't have all these services and stuff. It costs a little over $400 to go to a Taylor Swift concert in Germany compared to several thousand in the United States. It's mostly because of scalpers, but still, she's making the money, guys. She's not making money from the scalpers, but she's getting the price on her tickets, and you know, we're dealing with they're dealing with the scalpers and the ticket sales, so that can't be done no more. They're working out systems, and soon that's going to be gone too. You're not, I mean, unless you buy that one private ticket and can sell it for $1 million, you're not going to make the money you used to in the near future. You're just not going to make it. Anyway, this is my rant for the day. Was definitely not in any way what I intended at all, not completely anyway. I've been ranting on this for, I don't know, some time now. Anyway, the strike has games so that there's not a lot of EA coming out. There's not a lot of the big labels like that, whatever they might be, Epic and stuff like that, because the strike is really, really hurting those guys. Really hurting them. But we got these foreign companies, and everybody's talking about, in America and Canada, we got to do it at home. But these foreign companies are pushing at the top of the list. We still have a Dragon Ball Bandai Namco thing going on here. But look at what the offerings are here, guys. Mac and PC Athena Crisis. It's being released. No games. No games. iOS and whatnot. Let me see. Anyhow, this game, Tokyo, Japan. This one doesn't even have a trailer, but it's out of Tokyo. It's not American. It's not Canadian. It's not. I mean, Card Chronicles. Here, I looked at this one this morning. This one too does not have. It doesn't have a trailer. What?
That worked.
All right. So yes, as you can see, I being a stay-at-home dad at 60-some years old, my second family, I'm dealing with my kids who are on summer vacation break. And I don't know if any of you are watching this. You know what? You know what it comes down to after all the years that I've been doing this? I don't care if you guys are you watching? Good for you. If you're not, well, point being, these small companies are coming to the top of the pile. Here's an Epic demo. It's a game demo. They had something already prepared, and it's opening as a demo on Steam on September 27th. Why am I not doing a video promotion of this because it's not going to be even open to demo until September 27th. The Steam page does not have the game yet. But it's one of the few big companies that still has something coming out. Probably going to get copyright on this. Even though the promotion video is sitting right here to promote this demo. I don't know why the all right, hold on. Something is wrong here. I don't know what's going on. We're going to redo this. We're going to redo this share screen. There we go. So let's see if we can do that again. Here's an epic game coming out in spite of the strike that's out there. It is coming out in demo form on the 27th. Why are we not doing a gameplay if it's not coming out till the 27th, guy? Even if it's a demo, okay? It's not going to be there till the 27th. But it is news. They want people to know about it. Now,
Another big one.
yeah, don't make a big mess of your hair. Your mother will be very upset. All right, so I don't know if these are coming out. They should be, but things aren't coming out. Let's fight. This is the epic game. Epic Battle to Bug, the demo. Why am I not doing? Why am I not doing live gameplay? It's not available until the 27th, but here you go. That will be a free demo on Steam for those who are interested. The demos are free. And yeah, so if you want to play a bug, I guess, bug battles is what it is. I mean, you got tank battles and, you know, Star Wars battles. Now we got bug battles. But it will be free for play. You want to do some gameplay on it, and you got the device to do it on, be it a Sony PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, or a computer that can play it on Steam with enough power that can play it on Steam. There it is. We cannot show you any promotion on it because it's not available to the public yet. Not till the 27th. So I don't know if anybody's going to watch this stuff, but we're gonna try putting together these types of videos for you, be they about games, current affairs, stuff like that. You're going to still see the stuff that I've been doing, I think, except with the exception of music. I'm not doing any more shorts. They can go promote themselves somewhere else. We'll do shorts on TikTok where they're appreciated and they know how to deal with things. I've never ever had a takedown on TikTok ever. Facebook, yes. Every short that I've ever made after 30 days has been silenced. The video still remains. The audio is gone. Every one of them. Doesn't matter what kind of video it is, what kind of short it is, or reel. They don't know how to deal with any of it. They still silence whole videos because video gameplay, because a tune might have been not released yet. After you buy the game, you're supposed to have the ability to play the game and its audio. You shouldn't have to be silenced because the game has got cinematics in it. But there's a big fight going on over that. If you purchase a game, you don't own it. That's what they want to say now. That's how the gaming companies are getting more greedy. I'm not blaming the creators. I'm blaming these big companies like EA and Blizzard. Yeah, you buy it, but you don't own it. You know what that is? It's a BS, and that's why they're all going to court. Even editing companies are going to court. Instead of letting you download a program and use the program freely, they now want you to pay a subscription fee to buy a program and pay a subscription fee to continue using it, or continue using it online. The programs that we bought in the past, they weren't good enough. You have to pay a monthly subscription to use it online. That too is bullshit. That's why they're in court over this stuff. Fact is, if you purchase something, you own it. It's yours to do with what you please. And these companies have to learn this. Watch a movie and I discuss that movie, I shouldn't get copyrights for talking about the movie. If I'm going to if you're going to put these promotions and these press releases out about your games and I promote them, I shouldn't be getting copyrights for sharing your trailers. This is Polaris. Official announcement, the teaser trailer. Add it to your Steam wish list now. These are the small new companies that are moving in, guys. Taking the place of your AAA games. That one looks pretty interesting, to be honest with you. And Arco. Where is this? Nintendo Switch, Epic Games. This is a small, this one doesn't have a, this is out of Australia. Arco is made by a development team out of Poland. Pixel artists. And sounds are by an Australian sound designer. They don't have a trailer for this one. Some of them don't. You can ask for a key to review this. I'm pretty sure you'll be playing it on Steam. A key request is that you're going to be guaranteeing to promote it and stream it. I don't have the equipment to do that. The newer games require stuff that my Generation 4 PC does not allow me to use. But there you have it. You can request a key. D-Day. VR Museum. Now, yeah, these guys do. And yeah, it doesn't say this is a VR game. I don't know if it's a VR reality game. And it's just an example of another new game moving its way up because of this strike that you're forcing the guilds to have.
Making it effective for defensive operations. It's based on false radio communications. The goal of Operation Fortitude.
Again, it is a promotional. It is a promotional video for this game. And it doesn't exactly say when it's coming out, though. I don't know what kind of release information this is, but it's kind of incomplete. But it will be on Steam. Apparently. It doesn't even give that much information. But it has moved to the tops of the list, nonetheless, for games. So, pretty much esports is going to be on hold over this too. That strike is not new. I'm not bringing this up because it's new. It's already, almost 100 days. Anyway, we're going to let this go. We are going to be bringing you more Morning Coffee and Ramble as time rolls on. You're probably not going to see any more shorts. I'm not even going to do shorts for my channel, for my own stuff. It's just not worth it to us anymore. Not worth it. Not only do you earn off of my channel, which I don't monetize, but then you turn around and you strike the channel. Pathetic. Don't need it no more. We're going to end this for now. We'll be back with some gaming, probably. I think we're going to do Diablo Immortal. But till then, have a good morning. Bye-bye.